John and the search for inspiration. John is studying biology in his second semester and is about to begin a project about a lake. He doesn't yet know which angle he wants to take. How do I figure out what others have done that's similar to what I want to do? His fellow student says, "You should try AAU Student Projects. It contains projects from across the entire university. You can search by topics, programs, methods, and all sorts of other things. It's brilliant for inspiration." If you log into the portal with your AAU login, you can also see semester projects, not just final projects. John finds the link to AAU Student Projects through Aalborg University Library's website. He could also just have typed the URL. When he enters the portal, he logs in with his AAU username. He types lake in the search field. Many projects appear, everything from environmental planning to geography and nature management. But he wants to see something that matches his own academic field. He uses the filters. Under Study Programs, he finds his department and selects his program, Biology, Bachelor. Then he narrows the search results by selecting term papers in the left-hand menu. Finally, he chooses to only see projects from the second term. The search results change. The projects become more relevant, more familiar. He thinks, "This is exactly what I needed." John opens a project in which two students investigated how human activities around a lake affect the ecosystem. They work with a clear problem statement about human impact, observations and fieldwork at the lake, an analysis linking their findings to biological theory, a presentation that makes the results easy to understand. John thinks, "This shows how you can study a natural area by combining fieldwork and analysis in a simple way." As he scrolls further down the project, he notices the reference list. He thinks, "If this project is similar to what I want to do, then their sources must also be relevant for me." He finds articles on human impact on lakes, reports on nature management, and theoretical texts he doesn't know. He selects some of the most interesting titles and writes them down so he can look them up later. John says, "This is great. They've already found sources that can help me move forward." After reading the project and its reference list, John feels much more confident. He can see how other students have approached their work, how they structured their problem statement, chose methods, worked with data, and built their analysis. It gives him a sense of which approaches work well and which methods might suit his own assignment. John notices that access on AAU Student Projects depends on whether he logs in. Some projects are freely available to everyone and can even be found via Google. This applies to master theses, master project, and professional bachelor projects, as long as they are not marked confidential. Other projects are only visible to Aalborg University users and therefore require login. This applies to bachelor projects and semester projects, again, only if they are not confidential. John thinks, "Okay, so I get much more out of it by logging in." When it comes to security, there is one important thing to know. The portal only shows the main project file. Appendices are hidden because they may contain personal data, confidential information, or copyrighted material. John thinks, "That makes sense. Then no sensitive material is exposed." John is surprised when he discovers how large the archive is. There are over 18,000 publicly accessible theses, and AAU users have access to more than 60,000 semester projects. John thinks, "There's really a lot to gain here." He concludes, the student project portal is actually one of the best places to start. John begins his own project using all the inspiration he found on the student project portal. And so can you!